She works hard and does her work early before the ball gets inside.
Cheyenne Parker married in the offseason. Clark catch and shoot, hits a three.
Screen setting up aerial power. She's coming off a pin down. An excellent screen by Nalissa Smith. She takes a piece of Powers off.
Neither of them has sat yet today. Dive inside, Clark off the steal. They get ahead to Mitchell, turns on the burners and serves it in. Get it at Caitlin Clark. Clark dumps it down, lays it in. Caitlin Clark running a master class right now for the Indiana offense.
But then to run interference in front of Bree Jones so she can't get out and contest.
Caitlin Clark is redefining the game of basketball with her electrifying skill. Set dynamic playmaking.
Clark trying to get around Mabry. Clark to the rim, reverses it home through the contact. And get the whistle, try and finish the layup.
And that's certainly what she does here, attacking Marina Mabry, moving her feet as best she can. That
Trying to frustrate Clark. Oh, but Clark with three more. Puts her ahead of Simone Augustus for most total points by a rookie.
Even to finish out last a little bit.
Clark, step back, hits a three.
And there it is. Again, one time.
And this is signature. Vintage, if you will. I don't know if you can be vintage at age 22. Clark, backdoor pass. Mitchell lays it in and a foul. Gets to get it back to four here.
Jordan Canada has been a problem for Caitlin Clark. Pressure all game.
Clark, the problem for Canada there.
And unmatched shooting ability. Let's talk about her shooting. Deep range is one thing, but Caitlin's confidence to pull up from the logo isn't just bolded.
That sets up her ability to drive. She is a hard check, tough to keep in front.
Clark, step back, hits a three.
Scoring games. And Caitlin Clark. Caitlin, when she gives the ball up. Well, the Fever on a 15-2 extended run from the end of the first quarter. Clark again. Heating up.
There's red hot, and then there's what Lexi Hull has been doing. Clark off the screen. Waits for Boston, who cashes in.
We got ourselves a ball game, Latina, with Atlanta surging in this third quarter. Behind the back, Clark. That's pretty.
It's going to be what, if they can get back into this game, it's going to be grabbing those boards, getting some second chance opportunities.
Clark gets herself free and hits a three-pointer.
The mark, rebound Boston. Clark looking to push for Indiana. Here's Clark speeding all the way in to the cup.
Earning her first, you can imagine she'll likely be part of future teams, probably with the player she's guarding right now, Caitlin Clark, who finds Nalissa Smith.
And her ability to just throw.
Rossi misses her first look from the perimeter. Here's Clark back to Boston. Back inside. Oh, good ball movement.
Strategic. That gravity she creates stretches the defense to its limits. Guards press her Foulort bigs hedge out past the arc, and still she rises up with perfect form, splashing threes that deflate crowds and ignite arenas. But she's not just chucking shots, her footwork is textbook. Her balance pristine. Off the dribble she creates just enough space.
Clark has played every second of this game. Chelsea Mitchell.
This game, the pace of this game, I'm not quite sure who it's benefiting. I guess you have to say the Wings right now because they're up.
Clark turned the corner.
But then again, here comes the Fever using the same prescription. Caitlin Clark has been able to be ball dominant the last few possessions, and she's got it.
An elite three-point shooter. Broke Maya Moore's single-season percentage record here as a Minnesota Lynx player.
And look, there is no question that the paint is a completely different story. This Clark just went right by her former teammates and laid it in. She's got 20.
Man, talk about
point deficit.
That clock is on. The Fever can play for the final possession. Nobody picks up Clark. So she takes it in and lays it in. It's an and one for Caitlin Clark, who's putting together a first half masterpiece.
Kelsey Mitchell sprints up for the guard-to-guard screen. And if they don't switch on him,
For the reasoning behind her assists, which have been in the double-digit range here for 4 straight. Clark bouncing. There's Mitchell. Give her 6 assists in less than 7 minutes.
it's almost like they know exactly.
And another turnover. And Clark beats the pack back. Kimbrough, she will launch. Danielson, nice pass there to Clark. Clark behind the back. Oh, it's Smith with the finish.
You run. This can happen. What a delivery. Clark behind the back to Smith. 2 points.
With a hesitation, a snatchback or a quick crossover, and the moment the defender's weight shifts, it's 2 late balls already in the air. Clip. What sets her apart even more is her feel for the moment. Down by 10, she goes on a personal scoring run.
They've scored on 6 of their 8 possessions this quarter. Caitlin Clark to Smith. A rocket of a pass. Brina Ionescu, one of the best 3-point shooters, set all kinds of 3-point records last year. Here's Caitlin Clark driving. She's got the first 5 points.
Wow.
Playing up tempo, pushing shooters to the corner, and opening up that middle third. We talked to Caitlin earlier today, and she talked about how that chemistry is getting so much better. And is there any better passer right now from the backcourt than Caitlin Clark?
And one other thing, if Caitlin Clark gets going, she's one of the few players that has the ability to turn your own building against you. Griner has it come off. Clark with the pull. Boston with a nice rim run.
Boston, who also has a 15-5-5 game today. Here's Clark. Catch, fire, and connect. Big 3 in the game for Clark.
Game so far from Caitlin Clark today. 13 assists and a couple.
Really good screen by Nia Coffey, and that's something that Nia Coffey does well every time down the floor. It tries to help the continuity of the offense.
Caitlin Clark on the board with the logo 3.
And so as Caitlin Clark off of some screening action there by Melissa Smith, gets an open 3-point shot.
Clark with the basketball. 9 total points in the game. Sets it back for 3. Knocks it down. Caitlin Clark's second deep shot.